The first concrete details about Samsung's next big flagship are here, and they point to a major design shift. According to a trusted insider, the Galaxy S26 Ultra will drop the boxy look entirely in favor of more rounded corners, marking the end of a design language Samsung has carried for years. Tipster PhoneArt, who has a strong track record with Samsung leaks, claims that all four corners of the S26 Ultra have been noticeably rounded. The change is said to be nearly finalized, giving the phone a fresh identity compared to its predecessors. 8.6-inch display and those razor-thin bezels, the next generation seems ready to go even further. According to trusted leaker Ice Universe, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is rumored to step up to a 6.89-inch display. But here's the wild part. The phone's width will reportedly remain the same, around 77.6 millimeters. How's that possible? Samsung is said to be trimming the bezels down to a shocking 1.15 millimeters. That's practically science fiction level edge to edge. Jukanlosriv reports that Samsung will introduce a brand new privacy protection display technology called Flex Magic Pixel in the Galaxy S26 Ultra. This will be the first time Samsung uses it in a consumer smartphone. Thanks to trusted leaks from Anthony, we now have a crystal clear glimpse into Samsung's boldest vision yet. The headline change? Power, delivered without compromise. For the first time ever, the Snapdragon chip goes global. No more regional splits, no watered-down variants. Every single S26 Ultra user worldwide gets the absolute best performance Samsung can offer. A trusted insider claims the S26 Ultra will break past the sub-7mm thickness barrier, shedding precious grams to become one of the thinnest and lightest ultra-premium devices ever crafted. Yet it won't shrink in ambition. It'll stand slightly taller and wider, holding the same display size without compromising that edge-to-edge Samsung elegance. Wider bezels? History tells us Samsung doesn't step backward. On paper, the S26 Ultra looks like a beast, but it also comes with a decision from Samsung that's already sparking controversy. Let's start with RAM. According to Ice Universe, the Galaxy S26 Ultra will pack 10.7 GB LPDR5X RAM, the same blazing fast type as the S25 Ultra. But here's the kicker. The capacity might still be stuck at 12 gigabytes. Now, don't get me wrong, 12 gigabytes is more than enough for almost anyone. You can open dozens of apps, run heavy games, edit 4K videos, and never feel the phone slow down. Tipster at Universe Ice, who's rarely ever wrong, just dropped some gold. The S26 Ultra will ditch its old camera lens and go full beast mode with a new setup. We're talking about the return of Samsung's ISOCELL HP2 sensor. But this time it's paired with a ridiculously wide f1.4 aperture lens. Now, if you're thinking, okay, that's just numbers, here's the deal. This lens is 47% brighter than what we got on the S25 Ultra's f1.7. That's not a small step. That's night turning into day. Imagine snapping a shot in pitch darkness and still getting a photo that looks like it was taken with studio lighting. That's the level we're talking about. Samsung isn't just chasing megapixel numbers here. They're focusing on real-world results. On the front, the 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED display remains, but now with COE panel technology. This means higher brightness for outdoor visibility, a third anti-reflective coating to cut glare, and even sharper, more accurate colors. It's also more power efficient, which means better battery life without increasing battery size. The battery stays at 5,000 mAh, but charging speeds are jumping to 60 watts. Not the rumored 65 watts, but still a clear improvement over the S25 Ultra's 45 watts. Once upon a time, I believed every new phone was a glorious leap forward. Twice as powerful, twice as dazzling, twice as everything. That dream? Long gone. The Galaxy S25 Ultra, for example, wasn't some earth-shattering evolution over the S24 Ultra. But the Galaxy S26 Ultra, that one has my curiosity burning. The truth is, over the past 15 years, smartphones have conquered mountains, blazing performance, ironclad durability, breathtaking displays. Now the summit feels reached. Innovation is no longer a sprint. It's a climb up sheer glass. Many believe smartphones have plateaued, but whispers say the S26 Ultra is sharpening its pickaxe. And the weapon of choice? A mind-bending giga-mega warp-speed RAM upgrade. Even though the Galaxy S26 Ultra is still months away from launch, the leaks have already painted a surprisingly clear picture. We know a lot. And today, I'm going to walk you through everything that's almost confirmed about Samsung's next big flagship, including the price and expected release date. Ever since the Galaxy S22 Ultra, Samsung has kept the same rear camera layout. And with the S25 Ultra, they only made tiny cosmetic tweaks. Those extra rings or whatever they were, nothing truly groundbreaking. But with the S26 Ultra, things are finally starting to change. This time, the design overhaul actually has substance. Let's start with the build. According to multiple reliable leaks, the S26 Ultra will be noticeably slimmer, around 7.8 millimeters thick compared to the S25 Ultra's 8.22 millimeters. That's a big step for a device this size, and it's also set to be lighter, making it one of the thinnest and most comfortable premium flagships in your hand. But the real changes? They're happening on the back. Before we talk about the fresh camera design, let's focus on the actual cameras, because the hardware upgrades are what's driving the new look. The 3x telephoto lens is jumping from 10 megapixels to 12 megapixels, but that's just the start. The main 200 megapixel sensor, first introduced on the S23 Ultra, is getting a larger aperture. According to Ice Universe, this will fix many of the low light and shutter speed issues seen on the S25 Ultra. More light means sharper, clearer shots, faster captures, and better performance across all lighting conditions. The 5x periscope camera is also getting a larger aperture, so zoom shots in dim light should look dramatically better. Samsung isn't chasing megapixel inflation here. They're focusing on real-world results. Now for the front. The display will remain a massive 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED, but with a new COE panel technology. This delivers higher peak brightness for better outdoor visibility, plus a third layer of anti-reflective coating to cut glare and boost contrast in direct sunlight. You'll also see more accurate colors, sharper details, and improved power efficiency, which means better battery life without increasing the size. Speaking of battery, it's still the same 5,000 mAh cell we've had for years, but the charging speed is getting a nice bump to 60 watts. Not the 65 watts some early rumors claimed, but still faster than the S25 Ultra's 45 watts. Under the hood, we're looking at the Snapdragon 8 Elite 2 for Galaxy, a custom-tuned chip with a boosted 4.74 GHz prime core, delivering 20 to 30% better performance over last year's model. And yes, it's likely we won't see any Exynos variant in 2026. Now, back to that design. Ice Universe shared a concept showing a thinner frame and a more pronounced camera bump to house those bigger lenses, similar to what we've seen on the Galaxy Z Fold 7 or S25 Edge. I think the bump is realistic, but the design itself? I'm not so sure Samsung will make all its phones look identical from the back, especially at the Ultra level. This is their crown jewel. It needs its own identity. Maybe we'll see a rectangular camera island housing all the lenses for better protection. Or, and I'm crossing my fingers here, maybe Samsung will bring back one of its most iconic designs, like the S21 Ultra's wraparound camera housing. It was unique, instantly recognizable, and loved by a lot of people. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to launch in early 2026 with a starting price of $2,199. So, what do you think of the leaks so far? Would you want the S21 Ultra design back, or should Samsung stick with the minimalist rings? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see every major S26 Ultra leak in detail, watch my next video, drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more premium tech updates. Thanks for watching. See you next time.